on Acend, looking for the A side and finding it for free. They found the weakness, they found the gap, and the plant will be theirs.
Yeah, the full retake going to have to come into play here for the side of Acend. Now, they're going to be looking to try and come on the flank and pick off the man of Brave, but already looking to try and spot out those remaining players. Will probably call for a little bit of support.
Oh, nice shot by Acend, still with the dash online. He gets out of there, not sectioned in by the Nano Swarm. They've caught Brave as well. Now it's only the players on the site, and they're going to start to feel overwhelmed. Players coming from every single angle. Shock darts in for damage, but they somehow get away with all the kills. 5 and 4 HP left. More evenly, in fact, he's holding a bit of a solo play down on long, while the rest of the team splits into short.
Already Poor is going to be dropped. CNED will deal with him as he tries to push through alone. Izzy already managing to find the trade with that rifle. Bladestorm available to him if he desires, and he will pull it out almost instantly, but Killers is there to shut him out. They're making this one costly, that's for sure, but still a 2 versus 3 for the defenders.
Yeah, another player drop, leaving Turco all by himself, but he was described as a clutch player. This time he won't be finding anything. They are being taken, and that's massive information for them to play with. He has the Odin to work with as well, so that's going to be sprayed straight away to take down the Killjoy ultimate. The lockdown not in effect, and 20 seconds left. Supermassive Blaze have been completely outplayed. They need to just run into a stacked up site, and Acend are toying with them, just running the clock down. 10 seconds to get the spike planted, and there's still so many players on the site. That was a fantastic round from Acend, and Supermassive Blaze just looked lost. Important to break the wall first, just so that they can't focus entirely on the lockdown. They have to worry about CNED coming in from above, and as the lockdown comes to fruition, Russ is staying in position. He catches them off guard and grabs a kill. That's good work by Russ, thinning out the numbers of the defensive side, but they're still covering this. The spray from the Odin grabs a triple out of Zeke, and that is going to be close, but I think they just about got it. Oh no,
they don't.
The time's a little bit too low, 0.48 of a second. That Hunter's Fury is coming in. They want to seize the map control first. They managed to go all the way towards the spawn. Holding up close as Killaz comes out. Oh, that spray was so good! Huge damage done! These other players, 50 HP, and Zeke isn't even going to be blinded up. They're dropping down. 30 bullets left in the magazine.
Oh, no!
It's more than enough. That's 4 kills for Zeke on the backside. And Pora all alone with 9 left. They do not want to peek. They just want to run down that clock and then double peek, swinging in to close out the round. Farming up those lockdowns, but they never really do anything for them. The counter's always there on the other side. The mid control that Supermassive Blaze have found again and again works out this time around for the bait, but they still need to deal with Zeke. So far, he's been untouchable, but he's only good for 1. Starzo res online, but no ability to get them all back up. He has to take the duels as they come on through this choke point, and they just swing wide, taking him down, finding the B site. And Supermassive Blaze may just have found an answer to getting into this site and winning a round.
Oh, they do actually manage to catch out Brave, though. A peek that maybe is a little bit audacious. Cosmic Divide probably not going to be too valuable in this scenario unless they can try and section off the jewels, maybe close out the boathouse, give them something a little bit extra for this spot, but Bone Cold being caught leaves it all onto Killers, and they know exactly where he is. Oh, that's 2 instant shots! It's into the 1 versus 1. The turret may not spot out Pora, at least for the moment, but it gives just that little bit of extra information. I think he thinks he's over into the boathouse, though. Pora will close it way too close for comfort. Direct counters to others, so if anything for now, Supermassive Blaze is just going to go in. Actually, Zeke's just popped his. This means they could, in theory, use the lockdown at a later date. He's done a lot of damage off the back, and actually Killers has gone down to the Nano Swarm. A little bit of a surprise. We're going to see those ults go out exactly the same time, but one's already going to be destroyed by the Hunter's Fury. However, the frags are going pretty well so far for Acend.
They're going to bail out, let this lockdown go to completion.
All of
that's
them.
a big problem. All 3 players today,
they're
hunting them down. Brave finding 2, and it's all down to CNED, who's still trapped. That is a big, big loss. This time, it'll be against rifles, and Izzy is already on the site. He's being pulled in. He's being challenged. Somehow, though, managing to evade detection, make it to backside. Russ and Turco combine for a double entry, and this is a disaster out of Acend. A great attempt by CNED up above, but Russ shuts him down on the trade, and Supermassive Blaze are not giving away these advantages.
Oh, finally we're going to see that res pop. It took the final round of the half for something to be invested here for Acend as they look to make their way through. It's Brave to shut down another, and they will hold on to the site. 7-5 in favor.
bad half for them. A little bit of a warm-up needed. Now we come into half number 2 with Supermassive Blaze on the defense, and that's a great shock dart to start it, and a second right on the bone cold. No smokes for this push and very little health.
He's done about 200 damage with that one. I'm pretty sure that Jonas is going to have a big smile on his face after that one, but we'll see. It's going to be the push coming through. Russ in a solid position to at least try and get something done. They need to isolate him, and they will, but they've taken so much damage along the way. Still, though, it comes back into a 2 versus 2 scenario. Izzy playing ring around the Rosie, and it leaves just one man standing. It's Zeke. He's been fantastic so far in this map, but this is still a big ask.
Yeah, most definitely is. 50 HP in a pistol round like this, and there's 2 ghosts on the other side ready to take you down. You see the paranoia there, right? He's constantly thinking, like, every bullet he fires, every time he knives the wall, someone's about to jump around and take him down, but they are just turtled in on the site. Now he's spotted out. They'll look to peek him together. Or not. That's one way to handle it, Izzy. Now on 50 HP is to be much more cautious about peeking any of these pistols.
I think he was going to try and make a bit of a push back towards Turco. Luckily, I don't think he's going to need that extra HP. Turco just farming up every single player. And nice shot from Izzy to close it as well. They're more stacked up on that side of the map. The Killjoy utility is holding things back, and Zened is going to find the opener, but at a fairly hefty cost. And Izzy is already going to pick off Zeke.
Good start for Supermassive Blaze, making these weaker weapons work for them. Izzy going over towards the Spectre. Getting back into the site now is a pretty big challenge. You know, for Acend, if they manage to just lock this out, hold down the crossfires with the weapons that they have, it should be next to impossible. And take a look at the utility for Supermassive Blaze. With the exception of a recon, they haven't really got anything to play with. Now recon's about to be thrown out, signaling that the push is about to start. Drop down. Oh, wow, the wallbang's taking them down. This is looking a little bit shaky. Acend losing lots of players. Izzy, the last alive. He found 3 in that round. The first a Marshall, a double out of the Spectre. And Supermassive Blaze quite a bit away from rotating. These players on the site need to do a massive job of holding it down. It's Pora and Russ. Caught inside the boathouse. Pora is somehow able to avoid being pulled all the way in. He catches them by surprise. The Blade Storm doesn't connect. And Russ, the final man standing there, sure, he'll go down, but he's already taken 3 kills. He's left Starzo all alone. And even with the plant, the res won't be online. And they're rushing him down. Look at that paranoia dash in, and you are gone out of the round. Supermassive Blaze.
Maybe going to try and pick up the pace a little bit here. I like this from Supermassive Blaze, though. A 3-man stack early. They are going to get scanned up, though. And Izzy, he's going to stick around, but he only just survives. He will get healed back up, at least for the moment. But the rest of the team is starting to be pincered on. It's going to be a spray down, though. They've just destroyed the push of Acend, leaving just 2 players remaining. And honestly, at this point, what does Zeke and Killers do here?
Zeke's got the ult orb at least. That's a positive, Tom, but it's gonna have Hunter's Fury for next round. It's all okay. That's what you need for the comeback. This is looking incredible from Supermassive Blaze on a number of fronts. Individually, they're showing up right there. Again, something that we've talked about, the fact that there we go. The fact that you're being split
to play with, but there's plenty of counters there available straight away. We're going to see the Hunter's Fury popped, and actually Russ, while going to try and take out the has actually managed to take 2 kills with him. We are going to still see the Killjoy ult go through, though. He didn't destroy it. He just ended up killing the players.
He got a kill, and then he targeted it. Obviously seeing where the other Hunter's Fury was coming from. Starzo putting up a good fight on the site. Move towards his teammates now after a quick double kill. Getting out of there is kind of tough, getting over towards the site. So instead, he's going to play inside of main and look to take the contact as they cross over and then swing with Killers. This is a powerful setup for Acend. The smoke on Brave might give them a little bit of an opportunity, swapping over the op. Bogdan's Law there just to allow Brave to try and take this kill. Make advantage of his low HP, and in fact, Izzy's gone in for 2! This is ridiculous! He's on the side and going for the defuse. It's going to be taken halfway. The turret doesn't even catch him to start with, and inside the cloudburst, he is defusing, dropping down. Izzy takes the kill to Gilles, and that is a disaster of a round. It looked like Acend would at least push up to 7, and they get nothing done. 13-6. Supermassive Blaze have come to play.
Izzy ain't messing around. This man is not being eliminated today.
All the way over to the B site.
Yeah, they have a lot of ability to delay when it comes to A, but it looks like there's going to be a push straight through it, and Bone Cold, even on just 1 HP, manages to sneak past through the Poison Orb and find himself the opener. The wraparound from Russ is also going to meet Bone Cold on the Brimstone, and he's going ham in the pistol. 3 kills already. Last man standing will fall to Killers, and Acend win a clean pistol round. Clear it out, but the fact is they're now pushing into a 3-man stack with only 25 seconds.
Couple little tags in there for Bone Cold. Flash gets him, but he still takes down Izzy. Now looking for a little bit more, but out of ammo. The pistol had to come out. A player spotted on the site, but they don't know about CNET, who swings out and grabs a double, a triple, in fact, leaving Pora all alone, and CNET finishes him off too.
But he's waiting on the edge of it. A push through here would almost definitely grant him a kill. And is he going to be able to avoid the drone? I think he has. Now that smoke might not last much longer, but he's going to find himself a freebie for certain.
The orbital strike, again, this is just splitting the push. They're stopping them coming out of Bath, focusing on the fight over towards mid, and Starzo rips them a new one. Supermassive Blaze in a 2v4, and they're trapped inside of Bath. They need to make a move out of here with 20 seconds left. Or else it's just going to be down to the save, and it looks like they are still going to commit for this round. Starzo actually getting pushed on, and with 10 seconds left, this could be an opportunity to get a plant down. Another kill comes back, but Brave needs to deal with Zeke if they're to have any chance, and the time was too low, let alone his health is on 0.
Round 2 openers should be more than enough. And Killers, well, he's in trouble. Trying to dance his way out of this one. I think he's going to get away with it as well, so that's something at least, and they may not know the Starzo's waiting on the corner, but here strikes Izzy again. It's only 1, but there is no chance for Killers here. He should be shut down at the back of the site, and it's left onto Bone Cold.
Yeah, the 1v4 that looks practically impossible. Great push out of Supermassive Blaze.
As well from Zeke. Normally we'd call this the one and done. He's going to be in quite a bit
so
of trouble.
screwed.
He has to go peeking, and actually, he'll take one out, goes back with the showstopper, and he's still staying alive. The nade will get him out of there, and Zeke is just going ham. A third player dropped. He should have got nothing from that position, and now it's left all onto Pora. Everybody on the side of Acend is just thriving through these rounds.
In fact, the entirety of Acend now in towards the spawn. They won't be able to do much up against this Viper's Pit. They have delayed the plant a moment, and the nade through. Oh, this is going to buy time. Zeke goes right into the site, an ambitious play that does not pay off.
This has just become spraying through a Viper's Pit, and it's not exactly gone to plan. It's left all up to Starzo, incredibly low. Now, the spike was dropped, and they're yet to get it planted, but it will eventually go down. This leaves the possibility of this round as slim to none. He needs an instant frag, and Pora is already waiting. The retake
ain't going to be online coming into the rest of this half with 2 rounds left, but Zeke has just been completely destroyed.
All right, Pora's starting to wake up a little bit. He's actually going to go through his own screen and just opens up the A site solo. The remaining 3 players from Acend might actually have a choice to make here. Maybe thinking about keeping some of the weaponry through. Never mind, see that? He just now taken 3 players with him. What is this man made of? Just 2 remaining on either side, and there's a chance now for Acend.
As if he's just ran through that smoke. They had absolutely no notion that he would. Poison Orb was down, activated, and they were about to snake bite it. Just a second of a gap left open, but CNET capitalized on it. Flash to backside. They know they can push through now without any sort of punishment, but it's Izzy far away with an operator in hand. The bullet gives him a haircut up behind Brave. Shuts Bone Cold down, and Starzo again needs the clutch. Up against an op. The flash will be shot out, but the time is so low. All he needs to do is run that clock down, and I think Izzy has gotten away with it.
Back Starzo. He was actually heading into B. They had the right idea, and you can just see him running back and forth. They fall into Zeke, and CNET is quick to keep the advantage in their favor.
Oh, his pathing was a little bit rough there, but luckily no one got around to punish him in time. A recon to backside destroyed instantly. They know there's 2 players here, but CNET is taking them down through the wall. There is nowhere to hide from this guy right now. Supermassive Blaze choose instead to run away. But they're not going towards the A site. Not just yet. It's a relocation around to long. They don't want to jump out. Oh, well, they don't want to jump out of hookah, but they're going to jump up long, right into his scope, give a free kill away, and with 10 seconds left, CNET quickly dispatches his final.
Anything through the wall, at least at this moment. Need to be a little bit hopeful. There are 2 players coming in on the flank. Killers, if he goes down, there won't be as much afterpart on utility. He's done a lot of damage though, and other support can actually roll in to try and help him. He might not need it, but the kills come back big and fast. Zeke and Starzo putting it back into a 2 versus 2, and all this time the spike has been ticking. They need to get moving, and on that flank, trying to split them apart, but Starzo is hitting absolutely everything.
And now they're just 2 away from closing it out. This will be a bonus out of Acend, not one we expect them to win, but they've always been a team that can surprise us. Zeke, with a judge in hand, is looking to try and get a closer range fight. His teammates can't really come to help him just yet. So much Viper utility, keeping them locked out, and look at that. Brave down to 2 health, so close to being able to open it up, and in fact, they still do. Now the numbers are evened up, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried.
Yeah, they managed to pick up a rifle too. Okay, Killer's going for the 1 tap. He's not really going to get anything from it, and the spike is actually still waiting back through the teleporter. They're trying to bait people in on that rotation.
And he immediately turned away, knew that he had to hold this position. So well played, big brain from Russ. And even though he dies in the end, this is a round that was under heavy threat just a few seconds ago. And now they have to rely on Starzo pulling off a clutch. In fact, he's going aggressive to try and catch them off guard. Izzy's already taken down. 6 seconds left. That plant will be secured. Turco, the sky on the other side. It's the headshot to close this one out for Supermassive Blaze. Around with the spike in hand. This is a dangerous play, a risky one indeed. And Bone Cold, he's not going to catch the kill. Sure, Killers trades it back, but look at this, down on long. Tucked away is Turco, and he catches them off guard. 20 seconds to deal with them, a double TP to close the round. We'll just run. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That's the more typical position for the Viper's pit to be put down from, but it's much deeper, so the orbital strike doesn't catch anybody. Pora able to play outside of it and then fight right back in. CNED basically on 1 HP. The push outside of Hookah did a little bit of damage. Bone Cold is through with 3. A resin, but Russ is undetected. They have no idea that he's on the site, but Bone Cold again shutting them down. Sure, CNED falls, but it's a 2 versus 1, and Bone Cold aces the round, 12-6, and what an incredible round it was from this Brimstone.
Open up, and well, here he goes.
That almost looked like it was going to be a double damage done. Just 68 HP left on Brave. The nade comes dangerously close, and a spray down from him. He's trying to deal with the wall. Get it out of play so they can spam on through, but that just opens up the room for Starzo to get into position and grab himself the kill. 3 versus 3. No orbital strike to play with here. Izzy spotted coming up behind. He's getting the kill on Zeke, but Bone Cold somehow manages to trade it back. Tough kill for him now. The Bone Cold acing the previous, and he's got to come up with another massive clutch. This time around, it won't happen. This is somewhere that Zeke needs to make a blast pack play through. If he just runs, he's dead 9 times out of 10. Oh, Russ might be as well. No. Great utility usage. Izzy, not good for the kill, and Zeke takes him down. That's an up retrieve. Starzo's eliminated Turco. The B side is theirs, and Acend have a 5 versus 2 to look to close this one out, to stay alive in this tournament in Masters 3 and bring us all the way to the deciding map.
Can't end it with a thrifty. You just can't end it with a thrifty. It's only left on to Brave, the youngster, to try and give them something in this round. It was a beautiful execute, but this is not the way that SMB wanted to fall out of this map. Very little chance for him. He's going to have to try and run away. Acend will take it 13-7, just as dominantly as the last map for their opponents. We are going the distance here, Mitch, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely not. If we have to say goodbye to a team from EMEA, let's make sure.
What events?
Bone Cold. Given an opportunity, but he's going to have to fall out. Play retake with the rest of the squad. He's still got his paranoia available, a piece of utility that can clear out the back corner if they try and streak back into the site. The rest of the players are looking to try and challenge through the ice wall, breaking it with Russ on the other side. He's going to get a 1-for-1 trade, but that control is worth it.
Tough retake in play. Izzy out there fighting alongside Turco. He gets dropped in the open. CNED is just hitting shot after shot, and Bone Cold is an absolute animal when it comes to these pistol rounds. Pora can't even get out of the smoke.
Watched me play before. Like, do you know who I am?
You imagine how exhausting it would be if he got that excited every time he got a 4K. Here he goes, diving down onto them, but CNED Not going to get away with it this time.
Don't need to check him PC at all.
No, we certainly don't. Bone Cold's down as well, so this is a really tough round for Acend. They've won up against the Force Buy in the previous, but now just pistols are getting the better of them. Stampeding down the ramp, they've been heard, and these players are turning to watch them. Izzy taking first contact. Zeke is in trouble. And I don't even know if they go for this. With a Phantom on Zeke, with a Spectre in Killes' hands, you might just want to save this over. Killes try to get as much damage as he can, because it's unlikely this round goes their way at this point.
Finding that kill from behind might just change their mind, an opportunity to potentially pick them apart, but both will be dropped. Angle that he can realistically take, like, especially with the Phantom. Like, he is spraying, and it's still fine.
Now they've got CNED here to break the wall and almost get a kill out of it. Great flash up. Russ goes down, but they're returning. They know that Zeke is below, but it doesn't matter. Good for 3, knowing exactly where Pora is as well. The nade is primed and ready. There's the swing from Killes to close it out. Absolutely gorgeous recovery. I mean, as this wall breaks, he'll have to go back, surely, unless Zeke just something absolutely ludicrous. Just like that, out he goes, and back he goes, getting healed up on his way. Now, they're coming right up towards B, but the showstopper's online, and he got himself. He's taken himself down. I swear, I saw Pora die in my eyes. It happened, but somehow it was Zeke falling to the floor. That is not quite how you want the showstopper to go, reminiscent of some of the earlier games in the group stage.
Seems like subroza made it here after all. You know?
Oh, wow, okay, all right. And he's not awake yet. It's okay, you got another hour to make those jokes. This is going to be a clean round, though, in the end for Acend. Surely Turco has to clutch it out, but they talked about him as the clutch player. What was that out of Bone Cold? Why was he shrouded stepping onto the side? Turco, 1v3, and now it's only Killes who stands in his way. The spike plant comes into play, and with that, Rez is online, but he can't get over to them to bring anyone back to life. He'll have to handle this one all by himself, but Killes has given away his position, and Turco gets away with all 3. A ridiculous Red Bull clutch. Supermassive Blaze are right back on the board.
Just to try and slow them down as much as humanly possible. Are they going to be able to do anything? No. Pora, in fact, winning the duel, and Izzy using the showstopper to make sure the site is in their hands. Sure, it's a trade here and there, but ultimately, this is a solid take for SMB.
I have to say, that was terrifying, the doubled up audio of that fire in the hole. Not much to be found here. Acend need to fight their way back in with some big kills. Zeke's the point man. Brave already down. Cosmic Divide. Zeke sort of bought them the space to jump out of that. And yeah, Starzo's going to do just that. Getting into the corner. CNED with a quick kill. And now, all of a sudden, Acend seem to be favored. Turco having to clutch out another 1v3. And although he'll get the first, they are too quick trading it out. They're going to try to split up through mid where CNED is holding. The blast pack actually pushes his teammate out of the way. CNED re-peeks and gets dropped by Izzy. Bone Cold, sure, they'll eliminate Pora, but now they're trapped both behind the site. Starzo gone undetected for a moment, but he's in the nade. He's gone, he's dead, out of the round, but it's kept even. 2 versus 2. The spike needs to be planted. It's been retrieved, and it's on its way to site, but the time doesn't even matter because Russ mows them down and puts it up there for Supermassive Blaze.
Is getting low, Mitch, and there's now 4 players on B.
No paranoia for Bone Cold this time around, so it's going to be a little tougher to hold on to the side as they push on out. The squid's revealing that there's plenty of players here. I sort of like this from Supermassive Blaze, though. They slow it down and hope they get peeked into, but unfortunately it's the Vandal that takes the fight. Then it's CNED's Blade Storm from up above that shuts Russ down, and with 10 seconds left, they might even be thinking about a save if Acend allow them to do that. The Blade Storm still looking to take some victims. Bone Cold shuts one, and Brave is trapped in a corner. The nade is on him. All the weapons removed. Now they have the information as well. The camera spotting them up above, and there's still a heavy stack on this site. They know that Izzy is coming up close, but even despite that, he manages to get a double. The old pop just to buy the space, to make sure there's no trade, and to ensure that the plant can go in.
See, the neural death giving things away. An opening needed. While Zeke is already going to pick one off, this gives them the chance to potentially get the res, and now he's going to throw out his showstopper, force them back at least for the moment, try and bait someone in, but won't find anything from it. No one yet to be brought back as well, with both players dying within the site. The nade again, going to clear some of those closer angles. Turco holding, Izzy with another, and the Boombot takes one down. It's left all onto Acend, and he's not that quick. Opportunity at least for them to bring something back. They catch the wraparound this time as well. And again, we're going to see that Cosmic Divide. The jump through from Zeke looks to clear the back angle, but does he expect a second player to be there? The answer is no. Brave already within the cage. This could be a bit of a nasty surprise. He's going to go through, and that's Acend down already. He's going to be able to escape. A nasty surprise for Killers, as well as no trade is found onto his teammate. And now they're going to start to pressure onto that A site.
Yeah, the panic nade goes out. Really just worried about getting pressured down. Rotate through, but Zeke is up on top. They suspect it! And Pora's holding as he gets on through the smoke. A couple of players tagged up here. Things start to get a bit scary. I don't want to see Starzo fighting this on 20 HP. But now he's flashed up. Hasn't really got a choice. Killaz, though, providing the support from afar. And Pora's low. This is starting to get a little bit more competitive than I thought it was going to be. Brave, again on the flank play, though. Comes up from behind and gets an easy triple. Considering the weapons that they have, Russ and Izzy both having rifles, this is an incredibly strong buy with plenty of potential. Pora has actually spotted Zeke up close, and he goes out for more to allow Russ to trade. This is so well played by Supermassive Blaze. Acend are in absolute shambles until Starzo and Bone Cold step it up.
Yeah, they've got the wall to at least give them a little bit of space around the site. Though it's a headshot angle for Izzy, and it's not something you want to give over to this man. We're going to see the TP to the back of site. Bone Cold at least able to take a tiny bit of space, but this duel seems to be everything, and that's almost ignoring the fact that Brave has still got the closer angle around the spawn. He's also got his stars placed to try and stun up the planter, although he isn't going to be able to push off it, at least for the moment. This 2v2 will continue for now as Izzy looks to try and wrap around, not knowing if there's still somebody within the smoke.
That's a great backside smoke. Starzo eliminates Brave. Izzy has to make the play happen, and he won't get anything done.
Going to be left with no shields and a shotgun, and Zeke is just blast packing his way through. Brave doesn't even know he's here. Russ still finding the trade, but Zeke again with a double opener. These fast-paced attacks onto the B site are catching Supermassive Blaze off guard, and for now at least they can't deal with them.
I don't blame them, because it's so difficult to actually create that kind of space on a map like Split, which is so centered around choke points. Zeke's been spotted down below. The nades traded back and forth, but that buys time for the attackers, and the clock is definitely in their favor. Zeke needs to make a move. He's trapped in a corner right now, and instead of him moving out, it's his teammates coming to help. Pora with a quick kill has been spotted up close. Starzo's waiting for him to take a step back. Good kill for one, and Pora will be dealt with right after. Good trades by Acend.
Yeah, operator for Izzy. It's going to be a fast take, giving them that extra elevation, and this double duo on the entry. He's not going to kill off Brave. The trade, though, again, it's just perfect. Zeke finding a double kill. The remaining players having to try and rotate in, and at this stage, they're going to try and use those Seekers to at least find themselves something here, because they need a way back into this round.
They absolutely do, and they've caught Bone Cold reloading right onto CNET afterwards. Zeke gets nothing done on backside. Russ is tearing them apart, and now it's all up to Killaz. He has to swing in and find a double kill. The first goes his way. He knows they're not defusing, and now, being pushed on. He'll still connect. Great play by Killaz. Onto either of those players, though. Instead, it's going to be the contact that they look to take. And with Brave falling, this is where Izzy gets close. If he finds a kill, this could spiral out of control so quickly. The showstopper now online. He doesn't know if there's players just around the corner, though. He has now spotted them. The nade to keep them back. He's going to hold on to this for a little bit later on. Now that they've spotted out a player up close, and he knows there's one in heaven, the showstopper comes through, and there's only 2 players left on Acend. This was another round where Supermassive Blaze came in with pistols, and it could be another that Acend lose to a Thrifty. Surely not. Bone Cold up in heaven shuts down Poor, and now it's just the 2 up close. And look, the position of Turco was spotted, but they had no idea about Russ up close. He actually went for it in the open. Why would he do that?
Away, and again, there is a res currently available if the opportunity is there for either side. Izzy not going to connect this shot, and actually we're going to see the blast pack through. That could be a huge upgrade, but Zeke is actually just going to sit in the corner. An afterplant already guaranteed. Rifles being picked up as well. There is a chance that Acend just break this straight back.
They may well do. Said it was potentially a mistake, but it looks like they're really recovering on this one. Pora can't get anything done. CNED supporting from afar, and Zeke tickling him up. Turco. Russ, the last two players left alive for Supermassive Blaze, and they are trying to find an opportunity, trying to catch a window, an opening to get in here, and the shots are not connecting. Time is too low. At this point, I'm walking right into a judge is never the way to go. This is the round done. The question is, does Russ get out with the rifle? The answer is no. He's about to be shot in the back. Can do, man. The Valorant they've been playing is beautiful, but they're up against Acend, and Acend are fired up, and they to the backside. Pora gonna run straight on through it, actually, getting to elbow. He's now in safety. His mate's rotating in. I thought he was going into spawn. He just goes straight out of the open and gets a triple kill. How has he gotten away with that? Still on the site. CNED will deal with him. 2 versus 2. Low HP for CNED. Rez comes in. Bone Cold somehow connects, and this is looking oddly dangerous. I thought it was a guaranteed round for Supermassive Blaze at a point, but now a plant can be found. Up in heaven, Izzy wants to creep forward and catch him, and that he has done. CNED needs a godlike clutch to close this one out, or they will be running it back again.
It's not going to be happening this time. Realize there's a likelihood that they're going in this direction.
Yeah, they can't really afford to rotate just yet, though, because of the positions they were held in. The potential split in through middle, but that wall gives it away 100%. The problem is they're isolated on site. Izzy needs to go nuclear. Pora swinging around and catching a good angle. Izzy only good for the one, and the res comes right back in. Acend looking to close this one out here and now, and they are getting all the kills. Supermassive Blaze in the dumps. Brave and Turco need a 2 versus 5 to close this one out. They found the first and the second. Maybe we shouldn't count them out just yet. Brave walking forward, might catch the timing on Starzo here. No, he's taken down. And so Turco, the clutch player for Supermassive Blaze, is the last alive, and he will fall as well. Acend move on to playoffs, and they have secured their spot up against 100 Thieves.
They have worked incredibly hard for this. The Masters 1 champions over in Europe having to fight back after changes were made. We saw their in-game leader stolen from them, and Zeke joining the roster in return. Well, it seems like that move has only benefited them. Zeke truly phenomenal in this matchup, and the only unfortunate truth of this match is the only way they made it was by eliminating their EMEA brothers. It's a tough loss for Supermassive Blaze, but we said at the beginning, Mitch, we wanted a valiant fight. We wanted a brawl. We wanted a battle between these two teams, and honestly, until the last second, I couldn't tell who was going to win.
Yeah, and the contrast when you swap over to the other side of the stage, it meant so much to these guys. The emotions are running high on the Supermassive Blaze side, but they can go home happy that they have put Turkey on the map.